Tony D and Little Jones somewhere in the background, and this is a screenwriter's rant on Queen of the Ring, starring Walton Goggins as the manager of Mildred Burke, who was one of the early female wrestlers back in the 30s, and she was very good at what she did. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys books 1 through 16. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So she became a wrestler. She wrestled on the carnival circuit. She wrestled men for $25 if you were a similar weight. You could wrestle her, and she apparently never lost a bout. She wrestled over 5,000 women and over 500 men, I think, or 100 men, or something like that. So she was a real person. Although I think the actress, I mean, she looks pretty toned, but I think Mildred was probably more of a bruiser. From the picture I saw, anyway. Also, Mildred was shorter, I think. So a lower center of gravity, I think, helped. But she was the female wrestling champion for like 20 years. They say she was still very feminine. But of course, this movie makes her out to be a girl boss and an innovator. And she once got all her teeth smashed out. That was like her worst injury. She had to get them all pulled. But she got up and beat the hell out of the woman who did it. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of these biopics because I just don't think Hollywood. I think they exaggerate things. They take things out of context. You know, if they had started with these kinds of movies that are true stories, they might have had some more credibility. But they didn't. They started with, I think a lot of Hollywood stuff started with taking male characters and making them weak rather than taking, biopics of actual strong females and doing those. But and they'll exaggerate it, I think, to make it more girl bossy, They said something in the trailer like, "Oh, she was an innovator. She's, changing the world," kind of thing. I don't see it as that. I read her obituary in '89. Didn't seem that way. It just seemed like she was a competitor. She really wanted to be a wrestler. She loved wrestling, and as a competitor, she was a bit vain about all her wins, and she had won all her matches according to her. Now, a lot of times she wrestled at a carnival, so who the heck knows? Maybe that's an exaggeration. Maybe she actually lost something. I don't know. But according to her, she never lost. So, it's just like they're treating her like a feminist, and that I don't think she was. Not according to the obituary. It sounded more like she was a mom. This is what she wanted to do. She did it. She was a strong, empowered woman, but she was a woman, right? She was a mom. See, here she is with a baby. She had 3 husbands, though. So first act, I mean, it's a rise and fall. First act, she sees wrestling, decides she loves it. She convinces, according to the biography, she convinced one of her husbands to teach her how to wrestle. And so she learned and got strong and wrestled. According to the biography, the first time she wrestled a guy, he picked her up and threw her down, and then Mildred got up and did the same thing to him. Like she learned very quickly. So, I mean, she became good at it. And then the ending is, she was at the top of her game, and she was the queen of wrestling for like 20 years, and then she married her 3rd husband, and The end. That's probably the way it should be. And, there's a bunch of men who wanted to keep her down. That's the way I'm seeing it in this trailer, but who knows? Would I see it? I kind of like Walter Goggins. I don't know if he's in a lot of this movie. He doesn't appear to be. But I like him. Emily Rickards is the lead. She seems okay. Let's read the write-up. In a time when pro wrestling for women was illegal all over the country, a small-town single mother embraces the danger to change culture. See, I don't think she did it to change culture. I think she did it because, number one, she loved wrestling. And number two, she thought she could do it. And she did do it well. And then made a lot of money. I don't think she did it to change the culture. But that's you. As she dominates America's most masculine sport to become the first $1 million female athlete in history. See, again, that implies she didn't wrestle the male. I mean, she wrestled men, but I don't think she wrestled in the big leagues of wrestling, male wrestling. And it was professional wrestling, so I don't know how real it was at all. So, but okay. It's based on the book Queen of the Ring by Jeff Lean and the life story of Mildred Burke, which was her real name. I think her son, in the 89 obituary, said her son had just finished working on her life story before she died. So, I don't know if I'd say it. See, I don't like this. She made her story. History. Her history. Not history. Her story. Yeah, see, I don't like it. I don't like that. I think you're kind of making it... Why can't you just do a nice biopic of the lady wrestler? Why's it got to be some kind of feminist thing? I don't think she was a feminist. I don't think a woman born in the 30s was a feminist. Okay? I don't think she took any guff. I think she'd kick your butt. But I don't think she was a feminist. But that's just me. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan somewhere in the background. Thanks for tuning in today. Sorry about, again, the unexpected farm. I will not be there tomorrow. However, I will be doing the live stream at 7 p.m. So if you are mad at me, you can tune in live at 7 p.m. tomorrow and yell at me then. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.